Welcome to another edition of iWake. Today is Wednesday, March 27th, 2013. I'm Tim Chaten, and today, T-Mobile gets the iPhone 5. Welcome back to another edition of iWake. My apologies for not being there yesterday and the day before. Not a whole lot of news going on in the Apple world. Today brought a big announcement from T-Mobile, and that's going to be primarily what today's show is actually going to be about. So T-Mobile has long been, doing campaigns for and against the iPhone and been kind of complaining almost as it's a major disadvantage for any U.S. carrier not to have the iPhone. And, well, they now have it. So T-Mobile is launching the iPhone 5 for $99. And how are they doing this really low pricing? Well, they're basically doing it where it's not a contract per se. So, starting on April 12th, you'll be able to go into T-Mobile, pay $99, and walk out with an iPhone 5. $69.99 for an iPhone 4S, and $15 for an iPhone 4. So, this is going to work through, basically you have your regular plan, which is X dollars per month, and then you have $20 extra every month for 24 months to pay off that device, that iPhone 5. So that's kind of how it works. I would consider it sort of a contract, but I really enjoy the no BS there, where you have this monthly plan, that's not a contract, you have to pay off your device, and it's separate, which I actually like this. And for $70 a month on T-Mobile, you get unlimited data, unlimited text, unlimited calling, and the plans are really well priced. So $70 a month, you get that, plus an extra $20, which brings up to $90 for that. So, I mean, it's not cheap by any means, these plans. But it is a way to get in the door. They do have lower cost plans. I believe starting at $50 is the lowest cost plan. So let me find the pricing here on these plans. So it's contract free, so to speak, and they're doing this with a couple different devices. HTC One will be $100 as well. So here we go. Baseline price for your T-Mobile plan is $50. It gets you 500 megabytes of data. After that, you get throttled data, so it's not going to be as fast, but you'll still have data. You have limited voice minutes and unlimited text. For 2 gigabytes of data, that's $60 per month, unlimited voice and text, once again. And then for $70 a month, you get unlimited data. So you can go up to 12 gigabytes of hotspot data through tiers of up to $110 a month. So very interesting move by T-Mobile to kind of decouple the contract of the device and your plan contract. Meanwhile, T-Mobile has rolled out LTE to 7 markets in the United States. So these do support the iPhone 5, and it's unclear to me if Edge data is going to be the norm, or has T-Mobile actually rolled out HSPA Plus to most networks. That is unanswered for me at this point. I'd say they're getting pretty close to having 4G/3G coverage for the iPhone in most areas. For LTE access, you have to live in Baltimore, Kansas City, Kansas, Houston, Texas, Las Vegas, Phoenix, San Jose, and Washington, D.C. And someone made the note that Kansas City, Kansas is actually, I think, the only network that has AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile LTE. Not to mention it also has, I believe, Google Fiber. So Kansas City seems to be a great place to live for those so inclined. So now something about this T-Mobile iPhone is that you get HD voice. Now this is a feature that Verizon and AT&T and Sprint, none of these carriers support this feature. This has been a Europe-only feature, and now here in the States, if you're on T-Mobile, you get HD voice. So if you're calling other T-Mobile users, you'll get crystal clear sound quality. And there's already reviews coming out about this T-Mobile iPhone, and HD voice is definitely a big selling feature of this carrier. So with that said, April 12th is coming out, and this is really big news. I'll be curious to see if they'll start selling iPads on LTE soon. That might be a thing. It might not. Next of the day, I just want to mention Nick Software, which is now owned by Google, is bundling up the old $500 package, bundle package, down to $149. So this is Nick Software by Google now, and they're selling this bundle for $149 for people that use Aperture and different things like that. So link in the show notes about more information on that. Quicksilver, I just want to mention, is a very old app, 10 years old, is now out of beta and onto version 1. So it's kind of a hotkey type app that I used to use back in college quite a bit. Next up, a brief mention that Logitech, the maker of many awesome keyboard cases for iPad, has released a folio version of their case, and it looks pretty awesome. So once again, link in the show notes for that. Another brief mention is that Twitter is holding a platform event on April 2nd. So I would not be making a Twitter app right now, as Twitter might be announcing they're killing off all third-party apps. Who knows? So April 2nd, we'll hear more from Twitter on what their platform is up to. Next up, Chevrolet promoting Siri Eyes Free in an ad. So this is something that's airing now. They're showing off how Siri Eyes Free works in their car, and this seems like a really, really cool thing. So next up today, Nook has announced in-app purchases are coming to their Nook Color, their Nook tablets, and this is certainly a trend amongst platform owners and things like that. So look for that in the coming months. And meanwhile, Apple is now showcasing apps that have in-app purchases. It's right above the dollar price point now on any app that supports in-app purchases on the Mac or Windows computers. And I'd imagine it will roll out to iOS devices rather soon. So next up today, Evernote. If you are a user of Evernote Premium, you can now search your attachments. So you're able to search, and it'll actually search within that. So that is a very cool feature that is now out for those premium users. And last up today is that of Breaking Bad. So I'm a fan of this Breaking Bad TV show, and a really interesting trend I've been seeing is that of these deluxe seasons. So a while back, I bought the bundle, all 4 seasons, for like $40 on iTunes. Now they're coming out with these deluxe seasons, and the latest, season 3, has 12 hours of bonus content. So they have commentaries on all the episodes, they have behind the scenes, and this is just remarkable what they're doing here. Now, there's no mechanism for iTunes extras for TV shows, but what Breaking Bad is doing is setting a new standard of what is possible by releasing season-only content that you get as part of your purchase. And this is really awesome for a couple of reasons. First off, it's showing that you can do bonus features in TV shows and on iTunes, and this content is playable on your Apple TV because it's not wrapped in the iTunes Extras wrapper. And it's available to your Apple TV, which is a really cool thing. And it's a really cool thing that commentaries are now being showcased once again. So check it out, Breaking Bad, the Deluxe Edition, Season 3 in iTunes. Really a gold standard of what is possible as far as releasing content with extras on iTunes. So with that said, thank you for tuning into today's episode. Show notes available at iWakePodcast.com, YouTube.com/TCHATEN for more information, for the video show, I should say, and some other videos I'm doing there. And iPod Evolution is in the iBookstore. It is written by me, and I highly encourage you to pick it up. With that said, I will talk to you again on the next edition of iWake. Have a great one.